A very good morning to each one of you. My very warm greetings to all those who are connected to this Joho meeting. A very good morning. Let me pray to each one of you that during this period of coronavirus crisis, all those who are attending this webinar remain safe, secured, and cheerful. These are the testing times for our country. I know that we are working from home, and all my student community also are attending their online classes during this time. You have taken time out of your very busy schedule of working from home to attend this webinar organized by Amity UniversityGurugram, and I extend to you a very warm greetings. Let me also say that we are passing through tough times and testing times for science and engineering education in general, not only here in India, but throughout the world, because the kind of compulsions of rapid changes in terms of knowledge and skills that are happening in the field of science and engineering education are compelling each one of us to redefine how do we impart science and technology education to prepare the workforce of tomorrow. In fact, engineering over the years has evolved and science has blossomed into a great revolution which we are witnessing today. And I thought right in the beginning, let me show you a small film which will give you an idea how engineering and technology, with the support of a strong science base of engineering, has changed over the years. This is just a 3 minutes audio will help you to appreciate how far we have come, and where we wish to go from here now that the new dawn of Industry 4.0 has already descended on the horizon of engineering and science.
This weapon is always held in the right index finger. It is pinned on its
technologies behind the Tesla Model S, which recently became the world's fastest accelerating car. We will see how electric cars have achieved superior performance by analyzing the technology behind the induction motor, inverter.
A Jetstream aircraft, dubbed the Flying Testbed, last month became the first to fly unmanned through UK shared airspace.
The highly efficient MGT 6100 and MGT 6200 turbines set a milestone in the 6 megawatt output class. The high pressure turbine serves to take in and compress the air needed for combustion.
Robotics has come in a big way in manufacturing. Highly accurate and precision engineering has emerged. Machines are replacing man in a variety of manufacturing systems and processes.
World's first functional steel bridge over a canal in Amsterdam. The basics of the technology is pretty simple. It's an old industrial robot that are usually used for assembly lines in the car industry, which we combined with this welded movement. The bridge is going to be fairly small. It's a pedestrian bridge. Still, then it's a huge challenge because we want to print the bridge in one go. So we want the robots to actually print their own support structure.
Most of the components mounted in this machine are around a millimeter wide and must be very precisely disposed on the PC. You can see all the chips like audio, SATA, and USB 3. They are disposed on the board directly.
And US 8.
As part of a leading research-driven university, numerous innovations of Amity students have earned international and national recognition, such as solar-powered vehicles, the Amity Bionic Arm, and the Amity Humanoid.
Would affect the development of this country. Amity students have filed over 100 patents. They have also gained fame for many other inventions, like India's first tri-fuel car, a unique quadcopter, and a prototype F1 car. Because of this commitment towards innovation and scientific excellence,
Well, you have just seen how technology has evolved. In fact, from the wheels of power invented by our forefathers for the chariots to modern day science and technology intensive manufacturing, where you have a great role of robotics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and connected and networked systems and processes which are offering to the world the whole new excitement of science and engineering of tomorrow. It would therefore be very important for us in the university system, as well as for you as the seekers of knowledge of engineering and science for tomorrow's engineering, that we focus our attention to understand what science and engineering education for tomorrow would be. A preparation in this regard has already been made by Amity University in its all the Amity universities, including Amity University Gurugram, where I am currently working as the Vice Chancellor. And I have seen great advancement of science during my own days. If I take you to the days when I started teaching in 1969 at Samrat Ashok Technological Institute, Vidisha, at that time our focus was how to create excitement and interest in engineering in the first year and sustain it up to the final year. We were also devoted to assimilate the state of art in engineering and technology knowledge. It was a difficult task in those days because access to knowledge and know-how was not so easy. Even the books of knowledge were not so easily available, let alone connect to the large knowledge base, which the privilege which you have today. How to develop an understanding of the concepts of systems of engineering design was our major concern of education at that time. We were devoted to creating analytical capabilities and problem solving skills in our student community, and industrial training and project work that time was the part and parcel of the engineering degree program. And it had done very well at that time, and it stood really well up to the decades together, and India did remarkably well along with the rest of the world in the field of engineering and technology education. At that time, focus was not on employability. Campus placements were non-existent. Not much attention was given to scientific values, engineering ethics, work ethics, and professional morality of the kind which you require today. Industry integration at that time was not as strong as we can do today in our universities, and knowledge base also was very stable. Therefore, it was there no concern of changing knowledge or skills at that time. Global connect and collaborations were not much visible. However, the quality of teachers and sincerity of purpose with which the education was pursued by our student community was undoubtedly very high. If we look at 2020 today, our concerns have changed now. We have now to understand how to align engineering and science education to the needs of the industry today. Industry readiness has become very important for engineering and technology education as well as science education. How to harness the innovative and creative genius of student community is now a top priority in our Amity universities. We wish to engage ourselves seriously to foster innovations and creative research and development alongside with providing state-of-art knowledge and skills to our student community. We are also devoted to nurture global citizenship and environmental and social responsibility, foster interdisciplinary environment so that we prepare our graduates of tomorrow to work in interdisciplinary team where they can pool together their domain knowledge and integrate it to respond to the great challenges that lie ahead on the shop floor. Industry integration today has become a must. Internationalization and collaborative education and research has become an important area of focus at Amity universities as well as universities around the country. Technology integration in education has become very important, and you have seen that during the time of coronavirus crisis, how well now the online education has become a major plank of connect to our student community and to ensure that the education continues despite the fact that we are operating from home. In times tomorrow, we will be integrating technology much more in our education system to prepare for the future of job. The job losses in the industry are becoming a feature and phenomena. Industry 4.0 is posing a great challenge to prepare our engineers and scientists of tomorrow to integrate the advancements in the areas of robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and IoT, about which our student community is very well familiar with. We need to usher a new era of startups and enterprise development also in our universities, and that is where Amity University stands as a class apart because we have a great advantage of the visionary leadership of our honorable founder, President Dr. Ashok Chauhan, and innovative leadership of our Chancellor Dr. Sip Chauhan, who are driving from the front with tremendous amount of missionary zeal and with passion the agenda of innovation, incubation, startups, and promotion of institutional enterprises from our campuses of Amity University. And to this, we must also add the emerging technologies like info, nano, bio, and AI revolution is causing a great concern. Our education, therefore, has to take great advantage of this revolution and put together a curriculum whereby we are able to build up the knowledge and capabilities of our graduates in areas where integration of information technology, nanoscience and engineering, biological sciences and biotechnology, and artificial intelligence and big data analysis becomes an integrated sum of education which we provide. New materials are coming in the horizon and they are posing a new challenge for manufacturing systems of tomorrow. 3D printing has already come in a big way to revolutionize the manufacturing systems, and Industry 4.0 offers an integrated environment of automation and robotics and integrated systems whereby man and machine have to work together, and therefore our focus on machine learning and artificial intelligence and the increasing use of robotics as co-workers. In fact, you as the young students might be wondering what would be the future of job tomorrow. I can see that on the shop floor, not only the people, but robotics and people will work together. So you will be treating robot as your friend and he will be your co-worker. He will be learning from you and you will be learning from him. He will have a bigger advantage because robots will be connected with each other through a network and their mind would work much faster than even the human beings. But the human ingenuity and creative ability and innovativeness of individuals like you would still play a great role in shaping the future of workforce of tomorrow, as well as the Industry 4.0 today, Industry 5.0 tomorrow. Nature of job is also rapidly changing. Skill sets have become a great concern. During COVID-19 lockdown, we have learned how compelling the situation becomes in pandemic disease crisis, and this has suddenly put together, in fact, an agenda for each one of us to work from home. And I'm very happy. I not only see my own students here in Amity University taking up the challenge of online classes so seriously that almost 95 to 100% attendance is seen in the online classes. And my teachers have also been able to impart quality education through this online system. Luckily, Amity has a great advantage of a prior preparation in this regard. All our universities are already having an intranet portal which we call Amazon, and all our academic processes were being mounted on Amazon along with all administrative activities also, including examination results, the attendance, and also the courseware and coursework was already there. And therefore, it was much easier for us to engage our student community and teachers while working from home in online classes that have really done a great job. We have been able to conduct sessional examinations and also submissions and also minor and major project work while staying at home. And this is something which is a great learning experience for us for tomorrow. The real casualty, of course, is the daily wages during this period, and our economy has got a great beating. E-business and e-services tomorrow will become more predominant, and we have to really ensure that a greater space for them is created in our economic system. But apart from education, my dear young friends, it's very important for us to understand that in tomorrow's world, peace and harmony will become very, very important. We have to be peace loving, and uh, uh, we have to ensure that yoga, meditation becomes a part and parcel of our stress-free life, and we also have to work for a harmonious society, which we will be a great part tomorrow. Center for Ethics and Professional Morality in Education would become therefore very important. Earlier, as a Vice Chancellor of Delhi Technological University or Rajiv Gandhi Technological University, if I would talk of work ethics and professional morality, people will think that I'm preaching religion. But today, you all understand that the values, ethics, as well as professional morality have become absolutely essential. People will hire workforce of tomorrow which will have high compliance to the work ethics, have higher levels of professional morality, total transparency, and personal integrity. These have become very, very important both at the national as well as at the global levels. Innovation incubators and startups and enterprise development has now become absolutely necessary. And I'm sure in the universities around the country, this will become a major part of the campus design tomorrow. The universities of tomorrow have to necessarily have startups and innovation incubators in place, along with skill development towers and knowledge towers and high technology intensive environment by which the students are able to work beyond the classroom, so that not only we learn in the classroom, but we learn a lot more beyond the classroom. And that is exactly the kind of environment we have created here in our Amity University system. Integration of education and research has also become very important. Let me tell you this, when I was a student myself in the 60s, at that time research was pursued only by the PhD scholars. But today, we are indeed so happy when I see my undergraduate students coming to me and sharing with me the research papers which has been published in high impact factor research journals, and they work in collaboration with those who are pursuing postdoctoral fellowship and higher level research. In fact, undergraduates have become part and parcel of the research program today, and we have been able to successfully percolate the culture of research and innovation right down to undergraduate level. Focus on relevance, quality, and excellence has suddenly become very important. It's very important for me to ensure that the education which we provide in our university becomes relevant to our own national economy, to our society, as well as to advance the frontiers of knowledge both at the national and global levels. The quality has to be such that it is not only rated highly at home, but also through the international ranking systems. And our research and education excellence must create tremendous amount of appreciation all around. That is why global competitiveness through national and global rankings, like National Institution Ranking Framework of our Government of India, QS rankings, and Times Higher Education rankings have suddenly become very important, and all our universities in the country have to now submit to the requirement of ever rising parameters of quality and excellence in our education and research. Our graduates, therefore, who will be joining the universities tomorrow will have to be tech savvy global professionals. They have to be technically highly competent in their own core competence and domain area, but they must also have the ability to work in a interdisciplinary team, which is very, very important. It's not important for me to be a mechanical engineer or electrical engineer or a computer engineer. It would be important for me to work in a team whereby all engineering and advanced level of science experts would be working together to create new designs, new systems improving the processes and also advancing, in fact, the levels of productivity and quality at the workforce. Innovative and enterprising spirit has become suddenly very, very important, in fact, for the student. Tech savvy and collaborative working has become very important. Multilingualism is coming, and that's why in all our Amity universities we offer that every student studying here in our university must pick up one foreign language beyond English as mandatory, so that tomorrow we are in a position to work in a global environment with competence and caliber. We want to also ensure that our students are culturally aware of the diversity of cultures that prevail around the world. Luckily, in India, we have been very appreciative of the diversity. We have been keeping unity and diversity as the major motto of for our country's cultural dimensions. And I'm pretty sure in the years to come, you will find that appreciation of multicultural dimension will become an important aspect when they select the workforce for the global companies, also for those who are here in India. And we should be also able to adapt to changing technologies and market. But last but not the least, professionally flexible we have to be. Tomorrow, I would be changing actually, I would be seeing the workforce of tomorrow being highly flexible, because we have to adapt not only to the new requirement of skills but also to the new jobs which would be on offer for higher level of workforce. And therefore, these are very, very important, because this is the age of artificial intelligence and knowledge revolution and innovation, and to which we have already entered, and it's causing tremendous amount of disruption all around, but also opening great opportunities for each one of us. Therefore, the context of science and technology education in 2020 and beyond, in my opinion, has to now understand that a new world is ushering a new era of scientific revolution, causing technology breakthroughs unprecedented, requires innovative and enterprising minds, necessitates new models of education design and delivery system. Rapid pace of knowledge creation and global connect has become now very, very important. Easy access to knowledge resources is becoming now a reality, which luckily each one of you, even on your smartphone, have today the capability to connect to the great knowledge resources, both within as well as outside the country. Global pressures and environmental concerns are now repeatedly being voiced, and therefore competitiveness is coming with in grip of the environmental requirements. Pressures of future of job and new jobs in the new tech areas is also beginning to emerge, and science and technology global mega challenges are also emerging. We need to now understand what these major challenges would be for engineers of tomorrow. You know that the solar energy has become now quite economical, but the solar cells of today are having efficiency of the order of 18%. And if India has to go further in solar energy, the pressure on scientific community, many of you would become great scientists in your life. You will have to ask yourself why the efficiency of solar cell cannot be taken from 18 to 98%. And that's where major mega challenges lie. How do I design solar cell which will have 98% efficiency rather than 18% as of today? We have to think of new ways of energy coming from fusion. We have to capture carbon dioxide and convert it into useful purposes. We have to manage the nitrogen cycle. We have to provide access to the clean water. And we have a great challenge in this respect in India. New water technologies will emerge. Better medicines will come tomorrow. Molecular medicine is already offering a great advantage in this respect. New health informatics is coming. We have to secure cyberspace much more than today because it's ever expanding and the challenges are far more formidable. We have to prevent biological and nuclear terror. Already we have seen that the trouble created the world over. The whole world is now concerned about coronavirus. It is more like a biological threat, and we have to now see how do we really create a better tomorrow while foreseeing, in fact, such like troubles for the humanity at large. We have to enhance our understanding of virtual reality, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. And we have to also engineer tools of scientific discovery so that the mind-boggling discoveries of science support advancement of technology, in turn create much greater layers of prosperity and happiness. But now the focus would also shift from to the microbes rather than the missiles and the defense systems of star wars of the kind we have been thinking in the past. Maybe tomorrow we will be spending much more money on research in biotechnology, biological sciences, health sciences, environmental sciences, and looking at microbial kingdom from close quarters. Let's think about these challenges. These are very, very important because they all will improve the quality of life of our people, and they are global in scale and impact and need global collaboration and large teams of scientists and technologists. So while working at the universities, when we collaborate with the great universities abroad, we will also be targeting our minor and major projects towards responding to some of these great global challenges for which the workforce of tomorrow will be concerned with. The attributes of engineering and technology education have been well defined at the world level by the ABET accreditation system. Ability to apply knowledge of mathematics, science, and engineering is very important. Those of you who are still at school will have a great opportunity to apply the knowledge of mathematics and science which you have gathered at the school level to the new engineering, to the new and emerging areas of engineering and technology. You will have ability to design and conduct experiments as well as to analyze and interpret data in a big way and to drive tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom out of the data analytics. Ability to design a system, component or process and integrate it to get the desired result would be a reality. Ability to function in multidisciplinary team would be required. Ability to identify, formulate and solve the engineering problems. Ability to communicate effectively would be very, very important. Understanding professional and ethical responsibility would be absolutely essential, and we need to have the knowledge of contemporary industry and vision for future in order to walk with courage with industry readiness tomorrow. And therefore, the engineers of the future of 2021 and beyond will have the pace, will enter into the world in which technology will be deployed, will be intensely global and interconnected. The presence of technology in our everyday life will be seamless, transparent, and more significant than ever before, and no escape from being tech savvy and innovative. And that's why the engineering education had to prepare this kind of workforce. Engineers of the future would also be prepared as per the report of the World Economic Forum. While machines and algorithms are likely to displace about 75 million jobs by 2020, they will also create 133 million new jobs. And this is very, very important for us to note that the new jobs created on the strength of new technologies in Industry 4.0 today and Industry 5.0 tomorrow, on the strength of integrating the advancement of science and engineering into creating new layers of technology and taking them to the taking them to the industry shall create new jobs in plenty. And that is why the agenda for education, especially higher education and universities, must revolve around preparing our workforce to respond to these new jobs which are being created in new technology area. Industry 4.0 technology, robotics, process automation, integration of artificial intelligence, advanced data analytics, blockchain technology, additive manufacturing and 3D printing, fully networked horizontal and vertical within the organization and beyond, and seamless supply chain driven by artificial intelligence and automation will become the future of jobs. And these are the skills which will be increasingly becoming important. They would require complex problem solving. They would need critical thinking in you, creativity at the highest level, of course, management of people, and also, in fact, your capability of cognitive flexibility will become absolutely essential to be developed during your education in the university. India itself is gearing itself for taking it the challenge of transforming the economy to a 5 trillion economy by 2024 and 10 trillion by 2030, a great promise to be delivered by our people, and the government of the day has committed itself to transform New India into a great economy of tomorrow. Massive GDP growth is being projected. Question, however, is how do we accelerate the job creation alongside with GDP growth? And it is in this respect, higher education shall play a very important role because quality and relevance of science and engineering education will hold a very important key for our economic growth. But take it seriously, times are also very tough. From 2017, where we registered a global GDP growth of 8.7%, already in 2019, because of the compulsions of change that have happened, we have come down to almost 5% GDP. And therefore, this is a great challenge. How do you, youngsters, and together with your expert teachers in the universities and the people in the work in the industry, advance this cause of taking India to new trajectory of growth from 2.7 trillion economy to 5 trillion economy by 2024. We have to all seriously work together to address to this monumental national challenge of taking our GDP back to 7, 8, or even 10% each year for the next 5 years in order to deliver the promise which we have made to our people. Highly competent science and technology manpower would be required for this purpose, in my opinion. India has a unique advantage. After all, we have 666 million people below the age of 25. Many of you form that workforce, and therefore it would be absolutely essential that our science and technology education is geared to address these challenges. Science and technology acumen of the existing workforce also require massive upgradation, and the universities in India have to take address to this challenge of creating new jobs on the strength of new technologies and systems. In our own Amity University, Haryana, we foster interdisciplinary and integrative science as an agenda for education and research. We have established research clusters. We are promoting collaborative and consortia research projects in our university. Amity Innovation Incubator fosters startups in good numbers from within the campus of the university. Our patent facilitating cell also supports patent filing and IPR growth, and I'm very happy to see that over the years our projects have gone to 52, in fact now 57, and our consultancy projects have also grown, and each year we are focusing more and more on a sponsored project which has a great relevance for the country as well as for the global community. Our R&D funding has gone up to something like 30 crores, in fact, of rupees, which is almost one third of the total funding which we have in the university. It's a great sign of growth for a private university like Amity. Our patent filing is going up each year. In fact, uh, last year we filed 62 patents, and already this year the number has gone to 137, and we will be touching 200 patents by the end of this year at our university, or even more. And Amity as a whole has already filed more than 1,300 patents, in fact, in the country, placing itself to be the number one organization in that respect. Our publications have also grown over the years. Our research clusters are very well positioned, including the computational science and engineering, artificial intelligence and robotics, bioscience, biotechnology, nanoscience and nanotechnology, green technology, and also environmental science and technology. These are all doing a great job. We are filing patents regularly. New patents on multi-layered bulk nanostructured material for batteries of tomorrow has been filed by Amity University innovators. We have also filed a patent on synthesis of nanoparticles of cobalt and nickel ferrites, showing antifungal effects for our pathogenic fungi, and this is paving the way for tomorrow's microbial free developments in the solar cells of tomorrow. We have also filed a patent for a fabric with self-cleaning property. In fact, you might be watching Ramayana these days. When goddess Sita went to Chitrakoot, she met Sati Ansuya, and Ansuya ji gave her a dress and said that this dress you can use for 14 years without requiring any dry cleaning, because this is antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-dust, and it has the self-cleaning property. That is why in all episodes of Ramayana you must be seeing that Sita ji is putting up the same dress without any need for cleaning. This is the kind of fabric which is mentioned, in fact, in Ramayana, and I'm very happy that our team of inventors at AUH have developed a fabric with self-cleaning property, which is antimicrobial, antimycotic, and also antifungal, and therefore no mosquitoes will come near you, and no poisonous snakes, and nothing of the kind of microbial kingdom will come near you. Maybe a fabric like this, if properly developed further, will also provide you a good dress for protecting yourself from coronavirus and the kind of microbial attacks tomorrow. This is a kind of path-breaking research and innovation which happens in the university with the support of the younger, innovative, and enterprising minds of the faculty together with the students. Our academic excellence revolves around academic innovations, which means innovations in curriculum design and delivery system, industry integration in delivering the curriculum and preparing our students industry ready, extension services to the society so that we are seen as relevant to the local as well as national systems of our country, and internationalization and global competitiveness built through great collaborative arrangements which our university has. Our academic innovation through curriculum innovation offers flexible, choice-based credit system curriculum which has tremendous amount of space for flexibility and for learning beyond the core competency for which the student registered. Technology integration in delivery and synergy with education research offers in fact a composite agenda for academic innovation for our university, and we have designed our curriculum in such a manner that life and career skills, learning and innovation skills, core skills, as well as the skills of communication and working in a team, interdisciplinary team, become a reality during their studies at Amity University. Our academic curriculum has a great offers great opportunity for hands-on learning, case studies, live projects, design competitions, industry problem solving, simulation analytics, industry expert for project joint supervision, internship in the industry, and working in internship even in the R&D labs within the institution as well as in the great R&D organization which we have around. We pay a lot of attention to value-added courses, and we also have a study abroad program which provides international exposure to our student community. We have also offered 35 tracks, in fact, whereby the students can develop their minor area expertise in areas which they can select, and they can take 15 credits in these areas of comprising of various subjects and therefore make themselves industry ready in the areas of their own choice. We also have focus on course outcome attainment, and we assess the quality of our deliveries of education from the course outcomes which we map out regularly, and also have a strong feedback system through our intranet, and that way it helps us to continuously upgrade our quality. Well, let me now conclude because I've been speaking for long and you must be wondering what it is all about. The agenda of education, especially science and education, has to be geared to create a better tomorrow than what we have today. Our education, therefore, has to align itself to the priorities which are set up at the national as well as global level. And therefore, science and technology education in India, in my opinion, must address to the challenge which we have submitted ourselves to, taking our economy to the 5 trillion economy by 2024, creating plenty of jobs for our people, and yet moving ahead with the advanced levels of technology in manufacturing as well as in the service sector. We must also take our country to 10 trillion economy, $10 trillion economy by 2030, so that the 130 crores people which we have today, they all lead a dignified and life full of prosperity, happiness, and the bliss of the kind with which India is supposed to get on with. Let the science and engineering education hold the key to the economic growth and building the new India. The focus on quality and relevance, in my opinion, has to be given top priority, for which we are fully committed and deeply dedicated in all our Amity universities. Industry readiness of the workforce shall be the key factor to achieve such a massive growth, in our opinion, and this is the agenda with which we are preparing our educational systems in Amity universities. Amity University is fully geared up for the technological readiness with the focus on desired synergy between education and research. Amity curriculum design and its tech-savvy delivery system plays an important role in creating industry readiness and technological preparedness. Internationalization of curriculum with inbuilt focus on local relevance provides an added advantage for Amity University as a whole and Amity University Gurugram in particular. Object orientation of the curriculum, innovation, and program delivery at Amity University, Haryana prepares our students as global professionals of the new knowledge age. And it is with this kind of commitment that we all are submitted to serve the vast student community which looks towards Amity University in India with great hope and with great expectations, and we wish to meet your aspirations to the best of our ability to prepare you to be the best in the world in the times to come. and offer your services for the service to the humanity as well as to Mother Nature, which looks towards science and technology education with tremendous amount of expectations.